Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Today I'm very excited to be making a video about how to make your LEGO Scarlet Witch minifigures good, because LEGO just keeps making them bad. So we've got every minifigure that they've made for her from 2015 through 2022, and there's only 5 unique figures. There are 6 here because I've got a duplicate Endgame Wanda, because we're going to be turning her into Zombie Wanda. All of these custom pieces come from Firestar Toys. You guys know that I love their custom designs because they're very Lego-like, and that's something that I can't say for a lot of other custom minifigure companies. So I'm just really excited to improve these figures in some way. Now, I will say right off the bat, we're not touching those two. They are very old. I do not want to be messing around and popping arms off, especially on the 2015 Scarlet Witch. I don't think those figures are perfect. But their biggest problem was that they came with the wrong color of powers, which I've already switched out. And yeah, I don't want to mess around with those guys. So instead, we will be focusing on this corner. We're going to make our Multiverse of Madness Wanda much better, because honestly, now that I'm looking at the 3 Wanda minifigures we have gotten in the last year, why is the Multiverse of Madness one kind of the worst? Like, that's really, really embarrassing. She's not actually the worst. I think that my judgment's being clouded by the fact that there's just cool power burst pieces on the Endgame Wandas. But arguably, Endgame Wanda is the worst because she got a good torso, but a bad face and bad hair. And of course, none of these minifigures have skirt pieces. But that is something that will never be a problem ever again, because I have bought 10 custom designed skirts from Firestar Toys that directly emulate the skirt that came on Civil War Wanda, who is still the best minifigure for Scarlet Witch to this day. She came with pink discs. I swapped them out for red, but she had red eyes, she had a good hairpiece, she had a good torso, and she had a skirt. And she's somehow the only one to have a skirt. And I don't know why no one else has one. So we're going to be skirting up these 3. WandaVision Wanda is pretty decent. You guys just know I hate the hairpiece, and I also don't love the face. So I've got a couple of different face options for her. That one is the one for the Multiverse of Madness minifigure, and then of course we've got a zombie one. So I'm also just now realizing that Zombie Wanda might not look that great because Endgame Wanda does have like skin printed onto her chest. So that's going to clash a little bit, but LEGO's printing is so bad that that doesn't even look like skin because it's not the same color as the rest of it. So yeah, anyway, no more talking. Let's start modifying these. As I said before, I'm not modifying my 2015 Scarlet Witch, but I just wanted to show you guys how I pose her in my city. Unfortunately, her joints are very stiff now because she's been displayed out in the air for so long. So I think it might be time to retire her. And here's a quick glimpse at Civil War Wanda again, since, I mean, we are looking at all of the other minifigures. I don't want to leave her out since she has been my favorite for a very long time. So here's my updated Endgame Wanda. Her face print is from Firestar Toys, the skirt is from Firestar Toys, but the hair and torso remain unchanged from LEGO's version. The skirt helps a lot. The color matching is not quite as good as it is on LEGO's official piece. Firestar Toys one is just a little bit lighter, and it's much thicker, so I feel like it bunches a little bit more awkwardly. I don't love that, of course, but the LEGO skirt costs like $22 if you want to buy it on Bricklink. And I want a bunch of them, so that's not really an option for me. The solution is just for LEGO to make their own skirt. 3 Scarlet Witch minifigures in 1 year. And she always has a kind of trench coat thing going on. In her new outfit in WandaVision and Multiverse of Madness, she is literally wearing a skirt. So I don't know why LEGO won't just make one for her. It's just like the height of like laziness and not caring about the minifigure. But honestly, I don't like this as much as I thought I would. I think it's the face print. It seems not Lego-like. And I know that I like Firestar Toys because they are Lego-like, but the face just kind of looks like an alien to me. There's something with the eyes and the mouth compared to like actually both of the other angry Wanda expressions that it's just not sitting very well with me. And this hairpiece is not great either. Her hair was blowing back in Endgame like this, but her hair should be like that kind of nougat color like the other Wanda minifigures because her eyebrows are that nougat color. So I do have this hairpiece, which I recently used on my Mighty Thor minifigure as well. And so I think that that is a little bit of an improvement, but I just wish that LEGO made this hairpiece in the nougat color, because I think that would be perfect, because her hair wasn't really lying like this in the movie. I think it looks good. It's definitely close enough, but I just wish that LEGO made like this hair in that color. This honestly looks much better to me, even though I don't love LEGO's face. I think that I just can't deal with the Firestar face, so maybe I shouldn't have bought 2 of them without knowing if I liked them. So I guess that those will go unused, and that's a little bit disappointing because that is like the first piece I haven't liked from Firestar, but I mean, I think the rest of it looks pretty good. This is still not great to me because of the mismatch between the hair and the eyebrow color, but just adding the skirt onto this minifigure makes it so much better. Actually, I think the best look for this figure is when you put the Multiverse of Madness Wanda head on her. It's not quite angry enough because she was like spitting mad at Thanos, but I think that this is a pretty good look, and because the eyebrows are black, it works with this hairpiece, and it also works with this one. Zombie Wanda looked pretty awesome for the most part. I think that this is a really, really nice way to just make a quick and easy custom Wanda. But the issue is that little bit of chest that's showing at the top of this suit. It does not look good with the zombie printing because you know that that's supposed to be skin and you know that her skin is blue as a zombie. So this did not work quite as well as I wanted it to. I can ignore it. I'm still going to keep it this way. That's like why I bought a second one of these minifigures. But yeah, it is just a little bit of a letdown. And honestly, it's really irritating because like, I feel like that suit should not have existed in the MCU anyway. This was not a great superhero outfit in the first place. Elizabeth Olsen wasn't comfortable wearing it. And so if it had never existed in the first place, we never would have gotten a minifigure that would have shown like human skin where there's supposed to be zombie skin. So, oh well, mildly irritating, but this face print is very nice. You can also put the Civil War hair on her because this is kind of what Zombie Wanda's hair looked like in the What If episode. It did like kind of come over her face like this. But I kind of prefer this hair just because this makes it look too much like the Civil War one for me. I also don't have a duplicate one of these hair pieces. And I think that this just, I think that I just kind of like this look a little bit better. Honestly, I think that this is the perfect Wanda minifigure. It's her WandaVision outfit with one of Firestar's skirt pieces and the Multiverse of Madness headpiece. And it just looks so much better in my opinion. For some reason, all of the toys from WandaVision had a cape and brown hair except for the Lego figure. So I think originally in the finale, she was supposed to go back to brown hair. And there is concept art of this suit with a cape and the skirt. I did try the cape look on here. I thought it looked like too much cloth with the skirt. And I just prefer the skirt because that's more what she looked like in the show. I mean, I do really love the cape. I wish she would get a cape in the MCU. But I mean, honestly, I thought taking the cape off of this minifigure would bother me a little bit, but it doesn't. I think that this is the winning appearance. I do not have a duplicate of these pieces yet, but I'm going to try to buy one or something. And then I think that this is how I'll be displaying my WandaVision Wanda. And this is what she looks like with both the cape and the skirt. Actually, now that it's on the minifigure stand, I don't think I hate it as much. But my problem with it is just that the cape cannot billow like with this kind of hairpiece. And I feel like if you're going to have cloth that close together, the cape needs to be billowing out a little bit. Like, yeah, like if it was spreading out that far behind her, I think it would look good. So actually, if you want to find a dark red Lego cape, like in the paper style rather than the cloth style, that might help you out because then you would be able to kind of stiffen it around the hair and have it blowing in the wind. But yeah, I really like the additions to this minifigure. It's such a small thing. I still hate this hairpiece. I hate it. I do not know why LEGO made such a lazy, cheap, bad hairpiece when they've made intricate dual molded ones for characters like freaking Sylvie from Loki. And I like Sylvie as a character, don't get me wrong, but she did not deserve a dual molded good hairpiece over Wanda. But yeah, like printing on it makes a bad piece look good. Because like I said, I still hate the piece. I still think it looks like the freaking crown is growing out of her hair, but printing on it makes it look infinitely better than this regular WandaVision one did. And yeah, I mean, I'll put that on the figure, but it's just like, yeah, I think it instantly cheapens the look of the figure. So this is the way to go. And I forgot to say, no, I do not like this face print in general for Wanda, but I think it works for her WandaVision minifigure because this was like her attitude towards the end of WandaVision. You know, she did have this kind of like quiet smugness and like quiet power to her when she defeated Agatha. She wasn't angry. She wasn't like gloating or anything. I feel like the smile works and the red eyes work. But in any other instance, this face is just so bad because in the rest of the MCU, she's either crying or mad. And so I don't think that this face works for any Wanda figure except the WandaVision one. Okay, so here's a quick example of what you could do to your Wanda from Multiverse of Madness. I have not finished with my like adjustments to her, But here she is with the WandaVision legs, because something that I really hate that LEGO cheaped out on is with giving her plain black legs. Yes, the pants were like undetailed in Multiverse of Madness. They did not have the silver triangles. They did not have the red stripe. You know what they did have? They still had that rune symbol on her belt, and they still had like those flaps going down across her thighs. So LEGO should have printed that stuff onto her legs instead of giving her plain black ones, which made the figure look even worse. They did print the rune symbol like onto the bottom of her torso, but it's super squashed and barely noticeable. So when you put these legs on her, I think it's fine that like it's kind of repeated. But the biggest problem is that you can already tell that like the flaps here, they are not as textured as LEGO's designed for her Multiverse of Madness figure, because LEGO went all out. This is really finely textured. You do have like the corruption radiating out from her heart. And yes, because she did not have like these kind of triangles and lines in Multiverse of Madness, I do think the legs look too busy on her. And that's a shame, because I really, really wish that LEGO would have printed those flaps, because even with putting a skirt like on her plain black legs, I do not think it's going to look good, but I also don't like how over detailed this is. So there's just no good medium option. So the better thing would be if LEGO had just put in the work the first time to get the figure right. And yeah, I cannot do this. I cannot. I hate the plain black legs. Like, I need to have the WandaVision legs on there. I do not like the extra detail on the WandaVision legs for this minifigure, but the plain black ones just look so freaking terrible. I cannot believe that LEGO cheaped out this much on a minifigure in a $250 set for a character that's immensely popular and who was like the driving force behind the entire Doctor Strange movie. It's just embarrassing, honestly. This is Firestar's custom head. I don't know how I feel about it. I like this side a little bit better because like it is evil looking with like the sunken eyes and like the cheekbones. And I definitely love their arm print. I think that like the printed arms are a fantastic part of this minifigure. But I really hate the alternate face. I think that her eyes are too far apart and it just looks really creepy, but like not in a good way. Great back printing for the LEGO designers. Good job there. But yeah, I really do like the arm print. And honestly, I think this face is fine. I do like it a little bit better than LEGO's face. It's got like more personality to it. But I think I need to give her the WandaVision legs because I just can't deal with these. Here she is with a cape, which I know she did not have in the movie, but I feel like this just adds a nice little witchy feel to her. Wanda's costume is not super witchy in the MCU. I think it looked much witchier in Multiverse of Madness, but it still kind of looks like an Avengers costume. So I hope that in her next appearance she gets something more cloth and like flowy like Agatha has, like even Doctor Strange has, because like all the sorcerers have like cloth wrapped 5 times around themselves, and yet Wanda does not. So yeah, I kind of like the cape look with this, to be honest. All right, I think this is what I'm going to go with. This looks really good to me. Again, I don't like the leg print. I do feel like it's a little bit too bright compared to the rest of the minifigure. But why, LEGO? Why couldn't you have just given us a good Scarlet Witch minifigure and a $250 set? Is that really so much to ask for? But yeah, I think that this is the best appearance. I really go back and forth on the cape because I do like the cape and then I also don't like the cape. So for now, I'm going to leave the cape off, but I'm literally changing my mind about that like every 30 seconds. So we'll see what happens when I do my final thoughts section for this video in like 5 minutes, because I think I might end up putting the cape back on. I do really like this face print though. It is growing on me quite a bit. It does feel very unique and it gives me better vibes than some of the other LEGO face prints. So here are all of my LEGO Wanda figures. I've added in my custom one from Firestar Toys based on Multiverse of Madness for Wanda's variant from the 838 universe. And honestly, I had a lot of fun making this video. I really like the little updates that I've done to my Wanda figures, but I'm not as happy as I thought I would be because they still aren't perfect. And they aren't perfect because LEGO just won't make a good one for some reason. And it's just really irritating. Like, I'm obviously biased because Wanda is my favorite Marvel character and she has been for 7 years. I cannot tell you how many people like came up to me and told me, like friends, not strangers, after WandaVision that they like finally understood like why I liked her so much. And I feel like the entire world kind of felt like that. Like WandaVision is the most acclaimed MCU project outside of Black Panther. And Wanda's such a popular character now. She's easily Marvel's most famous female character right now. And so the fact that LEGO cannot put any money into giving her a good minifigure irritates me to no end. I was really hoping the Multiverse of Madness figure and the Sanctum Sanctorum would be decent, and we did get a new face print. We got like a new torso print, but I mean, we would have expected that anyway. That's like the bare minimum. And we did get like that better like headdress piece, but it still wasn't a good minifigure. It's still not a good minifigure. It's much better now that I've added these like modifications onto it, but like the legs are still inaccurate. I said at the start of this video that there's still one thing inaccurate with every minifigure, and that's still kind of the case. Like, I really love what I did to the Endgame figure, but her stupid powers are still pink. LEGO spent the money to make those pink instead of red. That's insanely stupid. I love my zombie Wanda, but she doesn't have the right color chest print because LEGO didn't make a zombie Wanda, which isn't on LEGO. It just means that my minifigure isn't totally accurate. I love my WandaVision one, but it still has a bad hairpiece. I love my Multiverse of Madness one, but it still has, like, the wrong leg detailing. When's LEGO just gonna make a good minifigure? I feel like this for a lot of Marvel minifigures. I'm just directing all of the hate towards Wanda right now because she's my favorite character, and I think she's the best example of how LEGO slacks off on their Marvel minifigures. But it's really exhausting because this is not a problem limited to her. Shang-Chi and Captain Marvel both got, like, bad minifigures. I'm just sick of it. The only person that gets good minifigures are like Iron Man and Spider-Man, and I'm sick of it. Like, can LEGO just make better ones? So, sorry for the mini rant, but as you can tell, it is quite frustrating to me, but I'm really hoping that when we get a Scarlet Witch solo movie, LEGO will finally give her, like, a nice, perfect minifigure. But for now, we have to use Firestar Toys, so if you're going to place an order on their website, don't forget to use my share code, FSVAYL, for 10% off your order. I will get points too, and I always use those points to buy more pieces like these so that I can keep improving LEGO's minifigures while we wait for them to make better ones. So that's it for today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I'll see you guys in more videos soon. Bye for now.